Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the magical land of Enderal. So last time, we explored a little bit more of the Powder Desert, and then we soon realized that we just had to run for our goddamn lives. Ran out of potions rather. Ran out of mana potions pretty much, so we couldn't even restore HP that way. We were constantly in combat, so we couldn't even use food. There were tough enemies goddamned everywhere. It was scary as shit. I'm pretty sure Dave is dead. At least kind of. He just like kind of keeled over but didn't fall down. He was just like a stiff corpse. I think he might be alive, but I think he can just temporarily die. I don't know. So Dave may or may not be permanently dead. Who knows? Anyway, so we eventually escaped and we came back here to Ark and we spoke to Kalia. We got a little bit more in there, so eventually I'm sure we're going to bang either her or Jesper, that's his name, right? Or maybe both at the same time. Anyway, you may notice music in the background. Now, I want to thank the commenter ETAI Epstein. Itai Epstein? Itay? Probably one of those. Thank you. He basically posted the way to fix it is by putting in this command here. This one specifically where you see my mouse. Ignore the rest. I buggered those up. And make sure you have a gap there between remove music and the underscore. Also, these are zeros, not O's. So there you go. If you're having the same problem, that's how you do it. Now, what caused the problem is apparently when we got knocked out, kidnapped, whatever, on, what was it called, like Moonshine Island or something like that. The island where we spoke to the higher ones when they were, you know, like a spooky bear, a wolf, and a spider. Apparently, I think it's like when we got knocked out from behind by the Enderalians. Not Enderalians, the Nehrims. Yeah, that's what caused it, apparently. It doesn't seem to happen to everyone all of the time, but it does seem like a pretty common problem. So yeah, if it happened to you, that's the way you fix it. Right, so, we should also apologize. It's been a while since the previous episode. That should hopefully not be a thing happening in the future, because I should have some more free time now. I hope. Let's freaking hope. But yes, I have been streaming more lately, and I do recommend you come check out my streams. I never really pimp those on YouTube, except when I upload a video saying, yo, I'm streaming now. I usually start streaming between 8 and 9 p.m. GMT, which is sort of about 3 to 4 Eastern, I think. It depends on daylight savings times and all that crap. So, yes, twitch.tv/MrAndersonLP, same name as my YouTube.
He has not seen what we have seen. The writings, the memories of the Prophet.
I can't move, by the way.
Just realized.
Korek would rather throw away his comb. That had been a mistake.
What took you so long? And where is Constantine?
You talking to me?
It's a long story.
Where's Jesper? What the hell? Why did fade to black?
Wherever you look, where is this supposed to lead?
Words.
Let me get a better look at you.
Believe it.
That kind of works.
Simply another victim of the High Ones. If we do not activate the beacon soon, he won't be the last.
Oh, right. The beacon. If it's activated, we'll simply glow the red madness away, won't we? Or maybe we could, for once in all this, do something that actually makes sense.
That says for once.
Focus our resources on finding an alchemistical or thaumaturgical solution to this problem, rather than trusting in a pile of scrap metal.
Oh, by the Prophet's ass! Won't you just shut up for a minute?
Yeah, think about the Prophet's ass.
Babble, getting on our nerves, and nothing you ever say gets any closer to a fucking solution.
Yeah, bitch.
So why don't you just shove off to one of the bathhouses? Go torture the washerwomen with your never-ending lamentations.
I want to hear the lamentations of the women.
You will take that back.
Will I?
Oh, killer.
Come here and make me.
Cat fired.
Delighted.
Blasphemy.
Guard your
This is
tongue,
blasphemy.
wild mage, or
what? Are you gonna kill me? That's what you do best, you and your fucking order.
Silence!
Is her sword sheath a little, like,
You are
pokey outy
angry,
there?
Shari Pegas.
Looks weird, it's kind of
And I
floating.
understand why. But in the moment you let that anger destroy this alliance, Firespark's sacrifice will have been in vain. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
No. No, it isn't.
Good. I am tired of this endless bickering. We have a responsibility, and we will fulfill it.
Well said, Aranthiel. And how exactly do you think we are going to do that?
I do was right in
Without
my
the
left ear.
sources, the beacon is as worthless as a heap of...
Well said, Aranthiel. Aye, how's it going?
Chroniclers are on it, and they will find the answer. Novice, tell Commander Aaron to join us. We need to plan the defense of the land. You, Prophet, will come to me as soon as you have recovered. Now, let us get to work.
Leave the Emporium, alright? I could do it. Oh, I hate when they put junk on the table and you're trying to get up.
Jorek is right. A war with Nehrim? This is madness.
I know that
Sparta
it is
and
going to
such.
be tough, but we have no choice. The beacon is all that we have.
Yes, the beacon. The beacon. The beacon.
The beacon!
We don't even know what this thing
Praise
does,
the
let alone if
beacon.
it will work. If you start a war only because of that damn machine, it means putting the lives of thousands at risk, only because of some vague idea. This is ludicrous, Teela. It's entirely irrational. The man I knew would never have acted like this.
Yes, because that man is dead.
He went
I've
there.
made decisions driven by fear and selfishness before, and they were always wrong. I will not let that happen again.
Aye, I'm eavesdropping.
Seriously, Natara, stop acting as if this were about reason. You're just afraid of making sacrifices for what you believe in. You always were.
Oh shit, son, he went there.
Sacrifices. This is about your damn pride, Teela. Nothing else.
Jerry. Oh, okay, she's done. Alright. I get the feeling these two may have been in a relationship before, but broke up due to a disagreement. Do you also get that feeling? That's a feeling I got. Hello, Teela. He doesn't want to speak to me. Alright, then what about Jesper? Is he still saying it? No, he left when I wasn't looking. Jesper, come back, my lover.
The sun be praised, you've made it. Constantine. He didn't deserve this.
We're not exactly in
It's just
line of
not
sight
fair.
here. I think she's like right around this corner. Okay, I'll talk to the wall. Wouldn't be the first time. He acted as if he was possessed. Maybe his mind was not strong enough for all of this.
Then none of us are strong enough.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, Constantine wasn't exactly the most approachable fellow, but he was a damn skilled mage.
I know he killed me when he was possessed.
I
Once.
have to talk to you as soon as possible. It's about the seal in that letter we found on the mercenaries in Old Rashengrad. I believe I'm onto something.
Uh-huh. Really? Well?
Their client is from Enderal. From Ark, to be more precise.
Oh, shit.
Let's not talk here, though. Meet me in the Dancing Nomad.
I bet.
I'll be in the first room upstairs, right at the end of the staircase.
Let's just wait for her to be
And
done.
hurry.
Alright, baby, I'm coming. Why so secretive? Wait. Okay. Put it this way. I bet it's from Aranthiel. He sent them. Alright? I called this so long ago that he was going to be a bad guy because his voice is way too cool. I bet if I mention Aranthiel, she's like, no, don't speak to him. It's very important. You don't tell him. Watch this. Very well. I'll meet you after I've spoken with Aranthiel. Whatever.
Yes. See you there.
Shit, she didn't do it. Don't make me a liar, woman. Alright, whatever. He heard the whole thing and he looks really pissed. Like, really pissed. Where are you going? You ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now because we bad boys for life. He doesn't want to speak to me. He's apparently busy.
Hello.
I guess we need to let him get to where he's trying to go to. Who is this? Are you important? Nope, just an arcanist.
A machine that can
A
banish
machine
these
that
items, mysteries of this world.
I'm
are
so
endless.
old. Yes, alright, gotcha. I hope I'm not, like, actually insulting the voice actor. I mean, you know, just... look, you're doing an old man voice, alright? I don't very well believe you sound like that in real life, but maybe you do, and if you do, you're probably a sweet old man and I love you, but not in a creepy way, because there are people that are into old people in creepy ways. Those people are strange. But I mean, whatever's between two consenting adults, or two or more consenting adults, because, you know, orgies, threesomes. What am I even saying here? There is a black screen for a load screen. I'll cut it out. I'll see you in a second. We still need to speak to this fucker. He's not slowing down. Come a chameleon. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Why are the two arrows? What over this? Side to you two. You want to see me? Wait a minute. Actually, ask about the argument. What was that about your argument with Nutella in the Emporium? Why can't I click on this dialogue option? Do I use the mouse?
Irrelevant.
Alright then.
This madman, Koarek.
Koarek.
He has completely reshuffled the cards. Now we not only have to deal with the High Ones, but also with him and his fanatics. However, there's also good news. You have probably seen it already.
Naked bitches? You managed to reconstruct the beacon. Oh, that, okay.
Physically, yes. And we also know how it works now. And how it can put an end to the cycle.
Sweet. How?
It is easier than we thought. The beacon was constructed for one thing, to destroy the High Ones.
Gotcha.
once reconstructed, infused with energy and activated, lit, as the Pyreans called it, it can banish the High Ones from this plane of existence.
If you imagine that they're using lit in, you know, the slang term that the kids these days are using, then it's way funnier. Destroy them, how is it supposed to work? The High Ones are... sure.
Immaterial, indeed. Essentially, they can be compared to the cold or to shadows. Omnipresent elements, yet we cannot touch them. Energy, if you will.
These spoopy ghosts.
However, there is a counterpart to each energy. Cold and fire, shadow and light. The High Ones and the beacon.
Light and dark. So you mean that the beacon is some kind of counterpart to which the High Ones are?
Yes. Imagine a torch driving away the darkness in the moment it is ignited. This is what the beacon can do. Except that the banishing will be permanent.
So they really are kind of like shadows. That sounds good. Great vocab there. So what's keeping us from lighting it? Sharrim mentioned sources, and not the kind that you put on food, like informational sources.
Yes, as I said, it needs to be infused
or I guess
with
energy
energy
sources
before it can be lit. I take it you have noticed the 3 sockets on its base. They are what it draws
Not
its
at all.
power from. Once they are filled, the beacon can be ignited and the High Ones will be undone, once and for all.
Once and for all!
At least, if the old writings are true. The only thing left for us to find out is what these energy sources are. But we are close.
Do we have
Give
to
the
sacrifice
Arcanist
people? Because I can do
some
it.
more time and I will let you know if there's any news. In the meantime, get equipped accordingly. Some of the Nehrims have landed already, and outbreaks of the Red Madness become more and more frequent as we speak.
There totally wasn't a cut there, you didn't notice anything. Okay, so anyway, what I was going to say was, before we get ourselves equipped and carry on with this, we really should check around to see if we can buy some potions from vendors, because I think we're completely out, as I alluded to at the beginning of the episode, and that's just bad news bears. Plus, yes, I know we should be buying skill books. We only have a couple of grand, so we're not going to get many for that. So I say for now we just concentrate on potions, and we do have a whole bunch of booty to sell. I will make sure that if we are within reach of a vendor, I will sell it between this episode and the next one. If we're in the middle of, you know, like an island or something where we can't leave, then it's just going to have to wait. But hopefully we can at least get back to Ark, but we'll see. Anyway, there's also that quest for Morella God's Hand or whatever to go to that island to check out some weird cult or something, so we should check around. I think I saved the information on my phone or something like that. I think she's in like the market district. I don't really remember. Noble Quarter. I think it's in Noble Quarter. So yeah, we should try and get her quest as well, like officially, instead of just stumbling across the island. Anyhow, so what do we got here? Is there nothing we can do against the Red Madness? Distribute some of our citrus stones, shards amongst the other people. The Truchessa mentioned something about what happened in Kira. What did she mean by that? Let's go with that, because I'm nosy.
Well, it's only fair to tell you. You've always been honest to me, so I will do the same.
Still don't trust
Have
you,
you
man.
ever heard of the Night of the Thousand Fires?
Nope. Apparently vaguely. I don't remember it, but okay.
Between 8,192 and 8,202, there was an underground movement in Kira called the Red Half Moon. They were brought into being by a group of intellectuals and philosophers who, under all the freedom of thought Saldrine granted them, started questioning the reign of the Golden Queen, and thus the Lightborn themselves.
Freedom of thought that Saldrine granted them, what do you mean by that? So this Red Half Moon tried to end the reign of the gods just like your son did, correct? I'm gonna go with that one. Actually, yeah, that's got those little arrows that says it carries on the conversation. I'm more into... Fuck it, I don't really care about the other question. We'll go with that.
Correct, just as my son did. But other than him, they fought like cowards.
Gods.
Terror, dust crystals planted in the marketplaces, and assassinations, you name it. If they killed innocents, they blamed the Golden Queen, and if they killed her soldiers, they celebrated themselves as liberators. However, they never succeeded in putting her down, and neither did she in destroying them, which is why the court turned to the Lightborn for help. A division of the Holy Order led by me, a young keeper of barely 30 winters.
He's a bit older than that now. Why did you have to come all the way from Enderal? Didn't the Order have a bastion on Kira? And no, Not the turret motherfucker from Overwatch. Different kind of Bastion.
None to be taken seriously. You know, not everywhere is the Order as present as here on Enderal, or as it once was on Nehrim. In Kira, we were ridiculed. I saw the Kiranian keepers who served the Golden Queen. A bunch of decadent gluttons who had dedicated themselves to the court's banquets rather than to the will of the gods. They were pathetic.
His voice is so cool. I see. So what happened?
A moon after our arrival, we received an anonymous tip on where one of the half-moon spaces was supposed to be located, in a small coastal village. As we entered it, we were greeted by the township's elders, and the villagers themselves had gathered behind them. You should have seen how they stared at us, as if we were plunderers. I should have seen by then that something was wrong.
You think? How come the villagers feared you? Didn't they know that you had been sent by their queen? Let me guess, the entire thing was a trap. What's a trap? We'll go with the Admiral Akbar response.
That's what they wanted us to think, and they did a good job at that. A veiled person here, an archer on the rooftops there. I got nervous, because villagers or not, they bested us in numbers, and they had kettled us. Then a man seemed to charge at us, and I gave the order to draw weapons. It was just the spark they needed.
It came to a fight. Goddamn charging people always ruin everything. You listening to me, Juggernaut?
No, not a fight. A massacre. The villagers had pitchforks and shepherd staffs, and we had shadow steel swords. Let alone the fact that we were trained warriors.
Yeah, you just said they bested you a number, so you were worried.
I realized that I had made a mistake a split second after it started, but it was too late by then. My men, they slaughtered them all, like pigs. At the end of the day, 300 people were dead, and only 10 of them were keepers.
Wait, you couldn't do anything at all to stop the fights, so the Red Half Moon set all this up. I get it, but why? Why would they want an entire village slayed? Sure, we'll go with it.
Well, what better proof of the Lightborn's cruelty is there than a division of keepers who, out of pure wickedness, slaughtered an entire village, women, children included. If the people had already distrusted us before that distrust had turned into hatred, then nothing could have changed that, not even the Golden Queen's heralds. We set sail back to Enderal a week later. 2 years after that, the Red Half Moon destroyed itself due to infighting. Ironic, isn't it?
Actually is, yes. That's actually the definition of irony. A lot of people misuse the word irony. A lot of people get pissed off about the misuse of the word irony. Those people are even more annoying than people that misuse the word irony. Those people don't really bother me. People that are like, oh, you misuse irony, I'm so mad. It's like, shut the fuck up. Alright, so you panicked and things got out of control. There's no shame in that. You should have kept your calm, you pussy.
I should have, yes.
You pussy.
The Lightborn and the Grandmaster back at that time showed the compassion I wouldn't grant myself. But I learned one thing, and that is that I will never again let fears about my own life influence my decisions. What happened in Kira was the consequence of my own cowardice, and my unwillingness to give my life for a just cause. That will never happen again.
I'm gonna call upon that quote when the time comes, man. If you have to lay down your life to save me, the main character, the most important character in the goddamn game, and the whole of Enderal, I'm gonna call upon you. Now, I'm totally not reaching to my mini fridge to get a drink right now. This is not happening. It's not happening. This is not me shutting it. Alright, it didn't happen. Okay, so what do we got here? About the cycle, looks like we got a bunch of dialogue options. There is something I need to tell you. Back on the Half Moon Island, the High Ones told me something. You were in prison for a very long time, weren't you? 30 years? Let's tell him the thing about the High Ones on the Half Moon Island. I think I said Moonshine Island. I got the moon part right. Moonshine's entirely different.
What?
Alright, Tyranor Korek. Let's just call him Korek. His first name is confusing. Excuse me. Hiccups sees himself as one of the emissaries to the Messiah. He thinks he is Moses with a burning motherfucking bush.
Really? That's interesting. Provided this is true, that means that the emissaries aren't just people who fight the cleansing. They are people who fight for it too. And that also means that whoever granted us our powers and our purpose isn't an enemy of the High Ones, but a neutral party.
Ah, I got it. No, I don't think it's the Veiled Woman, but yes, she probably is part of it. I think it's probably the old man from the manor. You know, the guy, and apparently his manor's disappeared now. I think he might be the neutral party. I actually thought originally he was like the villain, maybe. But now I think he might be the neutral party that he's mentioning. Not necessarily. The High Ones also said that Korek is wrong and that he isn't really an emissary, and neither are you. Sure, let's tell him. We're just spilling all the beans.
I beg your pardon.
Hey man, don't shoot the messenger. Well, according to the High Ones, Korek only thinks himself an emissary because he wants to feel important.
What? And the same goes for me? That's ridiculous. They
spelled ridiculous wrong.
To sow discord.
Should be a U.
I saw the threat the cleansing posed before anyone else did.
Ridiculous.
And without me, we would have never come that far. Something changed inside me since I fled from my prison. I feel it. And it is the same thing that made you a part of all this. Now, enough of this.
Alright, I mean, I was taking a swig of my water, but fine. Yes, I'm drinking regular water. My groceries don't come till Friday. It is currently Wednesday, and all I got right now is freaking water to drink. Right, well, anyway, what are we doing now? We are gonna meet Oh, that's right, she wants us to meet her, and she's got something to tell us. Still think it's, if not that Aranthiel is maybe a bad guy, it might be that chick that he was arguing with. There's clearly someone in the Holy Order. Almost certainly someone we've met. They seem to be the most important two, so I think it's going to be one of them. But yes, anyway, I guess I'll see you at the Dancing Nomad. Is that near the Nobles' Quarter? Foreign Quarter. Let's go to the Nobles' Quarter real quick. Actually, it's nighttime. Yeah, for now, we'll go do the Dancing Nomad thing. And then, hopefully it'll be daytime by that point, because I doubt this chick's going to be wandering around at night. And then, when it's daytime, or at least close to it, we'll go search for this Morella God's Hand chick and see if we can get the quest. So, yeah, I'll see you at the Dancing Nomad. It's a bar! People get drunk there. Alrighty, we have arrived in the Dancing Nomad. There is a lady on a crack pipe already. Oh my. That's not what I expected to see. I mean, at first I was like, yo, she's naked, she wants us. Then I saw the blood. Just gonna shut this door.
Prophet, are you in there?
Shit.
What? Why? What have you done?
Shouldn't have shut the door, should I? I could ask you the same thing. Strange coincidence you're here. You murdered her, didn't you?
Watch your tongue, Cherie. Be glad that the blood is already dry, or else you'd be nothing but a pile of bones by now.
Okay, hold the fucking phone. If it's already dry and you knew that, why are you accusing me?
I just can't believe it. Anyone but Lashari? Yes, I know, Neha. But she was a good woman. We both know that we're not involved in this. So please tell me why you and Lashari wanted to meet up here. Were the two of you close?
I mean,
it's been a while.
I was hoping
so,
but apparently not.
Lashari's side.
Why, is she into the ladies? That's really hot. She's fucking dead now, goddammit. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yes, she did not want you to know. I mean, I'm a dick. You know what? Let's be a dick. Yeah. We were banging. You jealous?
I see. But who has killed her then? This doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't seem to care that much.
Maybe the murderer has left a clue. We have to search.
Alright, get the fuck out then. I can do it. I'm the main character. Get out. Alright, so. It's probably this big-ass sword poking out of the... Who leaves a sword there like that? Can I move her body? I can. There you go. Ain't nobody, nothing. What are you doing, man? You trying to be a mime on the wall? This is not the time for practicing mime work, sir. You feel the Shari's pulse, her body still has some warmth remaining. What did that say? But she is dead. Yeah, she is. Well, I guess we ain't gonna need that. That ain't proof. Alright, that ain't Falco. I can't sleep in the bed. She seems to own it. Apprentice Book of Sneak. It's mine now. Alright, what's in the drawer? Okay, so... There's a clue here. Is it the bread? No. Suspicious captor. Tapdust bottle.
Yes, this could be our clue.
What are you doing, man? A glimmer dust bottle, couldn't that belong to Lashari? Maybe she was a crack whore.
No, certainly not. But come to think about it,
You look
it
ridiculous.
doesn't really help us either. There are so many dust addicts in Ark, it would take years just to count them. Oh, by the name of the sun, I will inform the Order.
Could he sound more monotone? I will inform the Order. Okay. Okay, shouldn't we keep searching?
Yes, you do that. But come back to the temple as soon as you're finished, alright? The Archmagister has found something out about those sources we need for the beacon, even though we paid a high price for it.
Yes, we did. Stop talking about roast pork, man. There is a dead woman that I threw down the steps. Have you no respect? Jesus. Alright, so, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed that she's dead. I thought she was a cool character. She always said by the prophet's ass. That's how I will remember her, as the woman that always said by the prophet's ass. Still tuba? 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 This is a tuba? What is it? Looks like a seed? I don't know. That's probably not what we're looking for. Get out of here. Get out of here. Like, how did this happen? There are holes in the wall. How did nobody know? Look, you can see through. How did you people not see? How did, like, you suck. Maybe the jewelry box, there might be something to the bed, actually. Whoa, it's careful with our hands. Wardrobe's empty. Oh, here we go. Foam leather helmet. Yeah, I doubt it's that. I mean, it also says stealing. This says stealing as well, though. You know what, fuck it. I doubt there's anything else in here, but I'm going to open this anyway, just because, you know, booty. Oh, we got straight in. Straight freaking in. Magic imbued ring. And ring of the legionary. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Like I say, that's a shame. I like that bitch. Alright, what we got going on here now, then? Discuss the next steps with Alexiel. That's the dude we were just speaking to, right? Lashari was murdered. I found her corpse in a room in the Dancing Nomad, our designated meeting place. It seems as if somebody wanted to stop her from reporting her discoveries to me. There you go. It's someone in the Order, man. And who did we tell before we left? Renthiel. Oh, I mean, we didn't really tell him where we were going, but he was right behind me. He heard the whole thing. Find and defeat the Steel Guardian. We don't know where that is. Don't know where that is either. It's just in the Powder Desert. That's the egg thing. Find the missing novice in Ark and persuade her to return to the temple. That's right, we're still looking for this bitch. Likely walks around the noble or the barrack quarters. I say we save that for next time. I say, since I don't have long to record today, we just try and stick to the main story as much as we can, just so I don't have to cut out, you know, like 15 minutes of stuff, and then instead of having a 40-minute video, you'll end up with a 20-minute video, or a 25-minute video. So, yeah, I'll see you back at this Alexiel person, or whoever we're going to speak to, I don't know. If it's the lady, I'm calling it now, she did it. That's now my new suspicious person. I think it was that bitch that Aranthiel was arguing with. I forget her name. It might be Lexel. I don't know. Long-ass load screen. Holy shit. But yeah, I'll see you there. Okay, yo, I just found this dude we were talking to. I think he's stuck, but apparently he's got some more interesting dialogue options, so I'm going to bring you back in. Knowledge. I heard you know quite a lot about magic. Care to share your insight on how it works, buddy old pal?
What, are you asking me to teach you? From what I've heard, you know magic as if you've studied it for centuries. But sure, why not? What do you want to know?
How can I kill a man just by looking at him? What can you tell me? Let's go with elementarist. Explain to me what it does.
Ah, elementarism. If Sinistra is a Skaragian dagger, and thaumaturgy is a solid broadsword, then elementarism is a giant two-handed warhammer.
Sweet!
A good elementarist is able to realize eventualities in which the air around him suddenly bursts into flame, or channel lightning from the sky.
Ah, there you are.
A very aggressive and powerful school, as you can imagine. Most Arcanists favor it above others.
Not gonna lie, you're boring the shit out of me, man. Oh, thank God. I'm just gonna skip through these. We know what these do. I just want the knowledge.
Sinistra.
Drop a knowledge bomb on me, buddy.
This is
a knowledge bomb on me.
the latter rather
How long is this?
undesirable.
Christ, man. Alright, so who is this Nea you're always talking to?
Someone asks about you, darling. Isn't that charming? Most people are too polite to.
What?
But I'm afraid I can't satisfy your curiosity, at least not today. Let's just say that there are more things between life and death than what meets the eye.
Do you have a spoopy ghost following you? Hey, you're black, aren't you? That's basically what this question is. Racist. We're not going to ask that. Alright, let's get out of here.
Yes?
Nothing, Mr. Guard. Leave me alone. Dick. Alright, we're in the Chronicisium, or whatever this place is called. Shut up, son. Yeah, let's go speak to... Oh, this is Alexil. Totally know who... Could it be him? Could be him. It's someone around here. One of you did that. And by that, I mean, you know, murdered that chick.
Ah, if it isn't the Prophet. What's wrong? You look troubled.
Well, I just found the corpse of the woman you murdered. Lashari is dead. Someone murdered her. Someone who might be wearing a monocle right now.
I know. Sharrim
I bet
has
you
already
know.
told me. I hardly knew her, but it's horrible. Different ideologies or not, she was a fine young mage, and her knowledge of the Pyreans was impressive.
It was him.
Find the ones who did this, and fast. But you probably already know that. Thank Malphus we just had a breakthrough with the beacon.
Yes. Yusalan told me about that. Does that mean we now know what's missing?
At least as far as the sockets go, yes. In the old tablets you found in old Dothugrad, there's talk of black embers, which are supposed to be some kind of energy supply for the machine.
Uh-huh. And let me guess. You want me to get them. Black embers? Any idea where they could be?
This is what we've been asking ourselves over the past few weeks. And then it fell like pelt from our eyes. The Pyreans were talking about the Black Pearls.
Yeah, the Black Pearl.
Old jewels, sometimes known as Blackstones. They appeared for the first time in the Golden Era, and every self-important noble literally fought to get one in his possession. Apparently they originated from Stormwind, the old city in the heart of Arctwind. They changed owners for decades, sometimes by violence, sometimes by gold. The whole thing only stopped when the owners took note of an undesirable side effect, if you like.
Let me guess. They were somehow cursed.
No. At least not with any known magic. And that's what's so strange about it. Nevertheless, all of their owners eventually shared the same fate. Countess Katua from Nehrim, for example, whose castle burnt down to its foundations. According to a survivor of this tragedy, she was to blame for that. He claimed that he saw her the night it happened, laughing hysterically and dancing in the dining room and summoning waves of fire all around her. She was not previously known to have any magical talent in her.
Pathlessness, wherever you look.
Okay, now I'm not an expert on curses, but that sounds like a curse to me, you prick. So these jewels somehow gave their owners magical powers.
Correct. Plus, all of them eventually
not read
showed
that book while
similar
you're talking to me?
symptoms of
Goddamn.
delusion, like those possessed by the Red Madness do. A peculiar coincidence, if you ask me.
Like, who reads a book and talks? Like, how does your brain divide like that? That's mind-boggling to me. That's one way to put it. What happened once word got out to the public that the stones were cursed, even though you said they weren't cursed because you're a liar?
Not quite.
Those who owned a pearl tried to get rid of it, or lock it up somewhere safe, and eventually they fell into oblivion. Tell him your theory, Archmagister.
Yes, of course. We believe that the stones carry energy, pure, uncontrolled magic, and that the High Ones use them for their own purposes.
You mean the High Ones use these pearls to deliberately drive people into madness?
Correct. The pearls' magic make their owners powerful, but the High Ones befoul them, so to speak. Like a poisoned potion. I know it sounds odd, but the parallels are too striking to ignore.
So it's like a monkey's
The red
paw.
shimmer in the victim's eyes, the slow descent into madness, and ultimately this irrational, destructive act of violence.
Well, that's quite some dialogue options. But this happened centuries ago, didn't it? I thought the High Ones only appeared just before the cleansing. I see, and you think that the magic of these black pearls could give the beacon the energy it needs, but what did the High Ones get out of it? Why would they do that? This is probably the better question. If all of this happened centuries ago, I thought the High Ones only appeared just before the cleansing. Explain that. Or he's probably just going to say, oh, we only knew of them just before the cleansing, but they've probably been around forever.
That's what we thought too, but it seems we were wrong. Maybe the High Ones never leave our planes at all, even after the cleansing. Maybe they're even part of this world, just like the tides or the elements. And the death of the gods is only what really sets them rolling, so to speak.
Pretty much what I said, just in a more roundabout way. Alright, I see, and you think that the magic of these black stones could give the beacon the energy it needs. Sounds
That's what we
risky.
think, yes. Nothing else in this world possesses that much raw power.
Except me, baby. I'm a
Which is
genetic
why you
jackhammer.
will find them for us.
No Dilger by blood, and yet he made it to their commander?
Can these two next to me shut the fuck up?
Because he was a pragmatist.
Pathlessness.
Whatever was necessary to gain him influence and
Where
power,
is this
he did
supposed
it.
to lead?
You know the kind of.
Can you... Like,
That
Jesus.
doesn't go along well with the fact that he
They
started
like
this
through the
war
wall?
against
Oh
the
my god.
Gideon.
Alright, hello.
Hello.
Hello! You aren't Australian, are you? You've got a slight accent.
I do? Thought I had gotten rid of it by now. But yes, I'm originally from Nehrim.
Oh
Just
shit.
like you, as I've heard.
Oh shit.
Like something an idealist would do.
It was him! He's a fucking Nehrimese! Why didn't you tell me, bitch?
Oh, I don't know. Probably because I don't have very fond memories of my time there.
Liar.
You know,
Liar.
if
Liar.
someone would have told you 20 years ago that one day I would be the Archmagister of the Holy Order, you'd have probably laughed in his face. It's absurd just to think of it. You know, I was a slave there.
Liar. A slave, you liar?
Yes, you see, I was born into a traveling group of Aeterna minstrels.
This guy's still
I never
talking
got
next
to
to me.
know
Holy
my
shit.
father, though, and living that way was hard. So my mother eventually decided to burn all bridges behind us and start over. Sorry, I'm babbling. I don't want to bother you with my boring stories.
I bet you don't, because you don't want to let anything slip, do you, you suspicious motherfucker? I was the one who asked you, not boring me. What happened to you and your mother after you went away? What happened?
Well, after some days on the road, we met a
This
traveling
guy's still
merchant who
talking
gave
next
us a
to me.
ride to the next
Good
village.
God.
A small one named Sildren in the Salathan forest. It seemed almost perfect at the beginning. The place was quiet, and my mother found herself a job as a weaver in the local count's castle. One day, however, the count simply stopped paying her, and, well, when she asked for the reason, he told her that we were his property from that moment on. Just like that.
I'm trying really hard to concentrate on what he's saying, but these two, I swear they're like looping dialogue, because I keep hearing him say Dilgar. I don't know. He just made you his slaves? Is that even possible?
Why wouldn't it be? We were just a woman and a young son, and he owned both the land and the local guard. We had to serve this Creole, that was the count's name, for 9 years. It was horrible.
My God, he is still talking. No one came to help you. I'm sorry to hear that, so how did you manage to get away? Yeah, how did you get away?
Pure luck, I suppose.
Sure.
One day, an Enderalian merchant and his escort passed through the village. They were on their way to Waverock to catch a ship from there. And just by coincidence, he saw me crushing some herbs I had found in the forest. That's what I did in the little spare time I had, you know. The Salathan forest is so incredibly rich with plants, you have no idea. What I didn't know was that I had found an entire sheaf of God's tongue. That impressed the merchant so much that he simply bought me.
Are those two done now? Oh my God, it's the longest conversation ever. What about your mother?
He left her there. Believe me, what he did had nothing to do with mercy. He just saw that there was money to be made off of me. I cried and protested, of course, but 2 months later, our ship arrived in Ark, where he got infected with flesh maggots and died shortly thereafter. Luckily enough, he was a sublime. And since his relatives didn't know what to do with me once he was dead, they simply asked the Order to grant me the novitiate, which they did. How the left path sounds crazy when I tell it like that, and it probably is. But back then, it just happened.
Okay, so assuming he's telling the truth, it sounds like he's a Nehrimese who became a slave and then was wronged by this Enderalian guy. Sounds like a reason for revenge to me. I've got a big red mark on the back of my hand. Looks like a burn. When the hell did that happen? What if your mother... Did you ever find out what happened to her?
I tried, but as you can imagine, my obligations made my options to do so very limited. Only recently, however, word reached me from a mercenary whom I sent over. According to him, Creo's dead, and his castle was deserted. But who knows if he just said that to appease me. I think when all of this is over, I might ask the Grandmaster for permission to travel there myself. And then, who knows? By the righteous path, now I really am babbling. I am sure a man like you has better things to do than listen to the stories of a boring
Apparently
old
not.
chronicler.
You got a big
I
ass
should
arrow
probably
above
get
your
back to
head, says I
business.
need to talk to you.
Forgive me.
Oh, hey.
Don't. No, stop, Liam, stop.
Hello.
How is the reconstruction of the beacon coming along, sir?
Well, finding out about the Blackstones was definitely a great step forwards. But still, we're left with a myriad of questions. Sometimes I feel pathetic, to be honest.
Pathetic.
Like a child, asked to understand the functioning of a Starling airship.
Sounds like you know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Why
hey.
does he still have what are we doing now? Discuss the next step. Yeah, okay. It seems like the dialogue is just not triggering.
Which is why you will
there
find
you go.
them for us.
I think those, like, dudes talking around us messed this up. Alright, I gotta go, like, real soon, so let's see if we can get on with this. And how exactly are we supposed to find them? Didn't you say that they are scattered all over Vin?
That's right. But we don't need all of them. The beacon has 3 sockets, and that is how many of the stones we will acquire. Archmagister.
I studied the history of the pearls as a young arcanist, and I think that my notes might give you some hints as to where you should start looking. Give me until tomorrow. By then I will have prepared the relevant excerpts.
Alright, anything else I should know?
Just come to me whenever you have questions.
And hurry. I take it you have already noticed this, but Nehrim's troops are roaming our land and building outposts, and the Red Madness is also getting worse as we speak. Now go, Prophet. The sooner we find these stones, the better.
Alright, man, I'm working on goddamn. He's impatient as hell. Alright, so we can ask him more questions by the looks of things. Wait until he has prepared the documents. Alright, so that's what we will be doing next time. And like I say, I will go and sell shit. And do not let me forget. Don't let me do it.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
This man will not shut up. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, I always appreciate a like. Good night, everybody, and goodbye.